Everybody, welcome back to the YouTube channel Mental Matters More. I'm Amanda G, Psych NP, and this is the channel where we talk about all matters related to mental health. Thanks so much for joining me today. Today, I wanted to talk about opiate use disorder. I just saw a statistic by the CDC that reports that fentanyl overdose is now the #1 killer of adults 18 to 45 years old. It just surpassed in 2021 the deaths from COVID, motor vehicle accidents, and suicides. So that means more people are dying now from opiate use disorder, which is a mental health issue, ages 18 to 45 than anything else. And that statistic just blew me away. There are things that you can do if you're suffering from an opiate use disorder. There are treatments. There's been some amazing, great, groundbreaking medications. So I wanted to go into that and talk about the hope and the ways that we can break this addiction. In 2021, the numbers have gone up. Substance abuse has gone up. Alcohol use disorder has gone up. And that's a direct impact that the pandemic and COVID and being on quarantine and essentially removing all of our coping skills, limiting our contact, and then increased stress and depression have all fueled substance abuse issues that are now a crisis in the United States. So I wanted to talk about opiate use disorder specifically. And we could get into a lot of different reasons on why people have addictions to opiates, but today I really want to focus on the treatments, the medications, and how we can break this addiction. Well, I've always wanted to make these videos because I feel people don't know where to start, have an addiction. So I want to give some information on what you can do. And opiates specifically, there has been a lot of treatment for this developed recently. And one of the things would be contacting a mental health professional, and they can help you come up with a plan, which can include medication. I've talked about this in some of my other videos, but MAT therapy or medication assisted treatment can help individuals come off of the opiates and deal with the side effects and the symptoms that really are preventing people from stopping using the drug. Well, there's a few different options. Number one, you could go inpatient. You could go to an inpatient treatment facility where they're going to help you detox from the substance and then come up with a plan for when you get out. You could also do partial hospitalization, and that's essentially you would go to the clinic for a majority of the day, but you'd be at home to sleep. And so that's one option if maybe you can't just, up and leave for your whole entire life and family for a certain amount of time. There's the partial hospitalization. Then there's outpatient treatment, medical facilities that are dedicated strictly to treating opiate use disorder, and they use the MAT, medication assisted therapy, that I discussed. So I always remember seeing young Leonardo DiCaprio in Basketball Diaries, where he was locked in the bedroom coming off of heroin, and it was just absolutely agonizing for him physically. The physical withdrawal symptoms are real when someone is coming off of opiates or heroin or fentanyl. And that's what the medications now have been designed to treat, the side effects. So if you went inpatient or if you're working with a mental health professional, they would give you a COWS rating scale, which is a clinical opioid withdrawal scale. And that measures your symptoms and where you are. And if you score a 5, then you would be appropriate for starting a medication called Suboxone. It's a newer medication, and it's really changed the way that we're treating opiate use disorder. It essentially helps you step down and not just cold turkey stop it, which can help with cravings, addiction, side effects. There's also medications that are going to help treat the side effects that go along, the body aches, the heart palpitations, the tremors, the delirium, that's going to help you come off of the opiates successfully. Another cool medication is called naltrexone. Naltrexone specifically helps with cravings, and not just with opiate use, but other cravings, alcohol use disorder, benzos. I even use it for self-harm. It's a great medication that you can take, and that is more of a maintenance after you've already gone through the Suboxone and come off of the opiate. If you feel like you're still having cravings or thoughts about using, naltrexone would be a medication that you could discuss with your mental health professional. So the goal would be ultimately to get you off of the opiates, to get you off of the Suboxone, and to get you in a plan for recovery. An ongoing recovery could include therapy sessions, working with a good mental health professional, NA meetings. Narcotics Anonymous can give you the support that you need, and starting to address the situations or the mental health concerns, whether that's anxiety, trauma, depression, that you are self-medicating with. And I've talked about this in other videos that I've made, where sometimes the addiction starts off as a coping skill, although it's maladaptive or not good for us. We develop negative coping skills sometimes, and they work for a short amount of time until they become the problem, and then we have to address them. So with opiate use disorder, for a lot of individuals, there's a self-medicating that's going on, mental health disorders that have not been addressed, and that would be the time when we would start to address them, to get that ongoing care, to get to the root of the problem so we can have true recovery. There's also an organization, SAMHSA, which is Substance Abuse Mental Health Association, and they have a crisis line. The crisis line is 1-800-662-HELP. And you can call that number 24/7 and they'll get you in touch with a mental health professional in your area. Get a plan that's going to work best for you. You can also text HELP for the number and you, and I will put the link for the phone number and the text number in the description below. A lot of people would rather text. You can also text to that number and you will get a response and you will get somebody to help you on your journey to recovery. Again, thank you so much for watching today. This is such an important topic to me that I think is not getting enough attention. The fact that fentanyl overdose is the leading cause of death for individuals 18 to 45. And we have a lot of things that can help it, that can treat it, and get people on a road to recovery. So I wanted to touch on that today. Again, this is the mental health channel, Mental Matters More. I think mental matters more than anything else. And I am Amanda G, Psych NP. If you found this helpful, go ahead and put a comment in the comments below. Maybe you want me to make a video for you. Subscribe to the channel. I can't wait to continue to make videos about things that you want to hear about. I look forward to meeting with you guys soon.